Thank you once again for tuning in to another episode of GOW, the Generation Wrestling Podcast. As always, is yours truly, the 29-year-old piece of gold of the franchise, aka the showstopper, better known as the GOW's resident tribal chief. With me as always, I got my tag team partner, my brother, my family. He is the flyest in the room, Mr. 1, 2, 3. Pin that ass down, K Breezy, aka EC's resident Isaac Hayes. King Tuco in the building, bro. What's good?
Man, what's good? What's up with the people, man? You know, I had to get in uniform real quick. All right, man. There we go. Bam. All right. Had to get on for the people, man, because it's Wednesday, and y'all know what that means. It's block party time. So what's good with the people? What's good with you, bro? What's popping?
Oh man, nothing much, brother. Nothing much. Just here watching a little bit of AEW, man. Okay, dude, solid show. Yeah. Not mad at it. You know, TK. You know, the last week or two leading into the pay-per-view was kind of like, you know, we got our usual suspects, you know, our usual booking. But today, man, today is looking pretty good with a couple of announcements. So, King, hey, Wednesday night is your night. Do your thing, man.
All right, man. Well, look here, man. We're going to start things off, man, with them boys, man, that reign supreme at the end of Double or Nothing, man. And that is the BCC. That is boy John Moxley, that boy Claudio, and that young guy that they done brought in and turned him into a beast. They done turned this boy Yuta Wheeler into a ferocious, just rabid beast, man. This dude is just reckless as hell, but he's a good reckless.
Yes, sir.
And then they went up against the ROH Tag Team Champions, the Lucha Bros, and that boy Bandino. And I'm not gonna lie, man. I thought it was a nice little solid match, man. You know, it was a luchador style, of course, man. Those guys, they do what they do. They're explosive. They're jumping off the ropes, through the ropes, under the ropes, off the top rope. They off each other, off another guy. They're doing everything. And then of course the BCC, man, they're doing what they do. They're carnage. They're beating down everybody. JERICHO is throwing chairs in the ring and slapping, is swinging at goalposts. But yeah, man, no, this was a good way to start the show. I liked it. But of course, like I said, Wheeler Yuta, man, at the end, he picked up the victory again for the team. What did you think of it, man?
No, man, I thought the match was good. You know, of course, you know, like you said, Wheeler Yuta out here picking up the Dubsky. Wheeler Yuta out here doing what he does best. Part of that BCC, that Blackpool Combat Club. My boy Brian Danielson said, hey, look, man, we was on top of the mountain. He lost last week, so I had to put his ass up there and make sure he landed on his neck. He did them neck stretches on that red rock like he posed to. You know, no lazy penning. But I will say this, Bandito, man, showing out that impressive show of strength, feat of strength, as he had that boy Wheeler Yuta up in a one-handy dandy upside down ski for about a good 60 seconds. And he lost it a little bit towards the end, but hey, man, he kept that man up there about 59 seconds longer than I ever could. So I ain't gonna sit here and nitpick. Brother, it was good. And Bandito and the Lucha Bros, I know you was excited just off the fact that your boy Ray Phoenix was in this mug, man. So I already knew what it was. I seen this match, I'm like, oh yeah, man, Too Cold over there creaming in his pants right now, man.
Right. Pause. I do get excited when I see the Lucha Bros, but I don't get that excited when I see the Lucha Bros. Maybe Jade Cargill, maybe Statlander, but not the Lucha Bros. I just know I'm about to see these guys. I'm about to see Penta just talk shit, and I'm about to see Ray Phoenix do his thing in the air. Absolutely, and off the ropes. So that's, you know, that's I love seeing that type of style. So you know, I'm always ready to see them. And Bandino, that boy, he's just been on a resurgence as of lately, man. But
yes, sir.
Like I said, man, not a bad way to start the show. And then of course, man, they talked to the Elite in the back. Matt getting that foot wrapped up after he got it stumped on a pile of tacks in the pay-per-view. Of course, man, the Dark Order, they're still feeling some type of way because Heyman's chosen to go back with them, and he's not with them. And you know, of course, that seems like that's going to be a thing. And I said a while ago, it's time for the Dark Order to go back to being heel. So if this is a way for them to going back to being heel and being relevant again, because you know, they've been on this space run ever since Brody Lee died.
Right.
Understandably, it has worked out to their advantage, but nothing has really come of it. What was supposed to come of it kind of didn't happen. So now it's like, all right, well, now it's time for something new.
Right,
You
right,
didn't
right.
trim the fat once again. You got three guys, and it's now that you got a trios championship, you got your qualifications for at least the trios tag team and the regular tag team, and of course the singles
Right, right,
championship.
right.
So um, we'll definitely see what comes of that after that. Then of course, man, we got Jay White and that boy, aka Juicy. Juice is
Juicy
loose.
Dome.
Juicy, the aka Juice is loose.
Yes, sir.
They're basically in the ring talking trash to FTR. FTR comes out. Basically, looks like we're the next challengers for FTR. But until we, but before we get there,
Yeah.
Ricky Starks ain't done with them boys, and
Nah.
Ricky Starks want this one on one, which he's
Yes,
gonna
sir.
get next week with Jay White. So we're gonna get Ricky Starks versus Jay White. We're gonna see how that unfolds. Bro, what do you think of that? And what are your thoughts on a Bullet Club Gold versus FTR for the tag team belts?
FCR, I have no concerns about, no reservations whatsoever. Now, the Bullet Club Gold, not really a huge fan of Juice Robinson. I go on record. I don't really.
Juicy.
I'm not a fan of Juice Robinson, but I am a fan of Jay White. But I will say, and I think that the internet community will back me up to a degree because I've seen a lot of people bitching and complaining about it. I'm just here reiterating sentiment. Uh, AEW really hasn't done much with Jay White. I guess that would be my issue. When he was still part of New Japan and all that, and initially before he became All Elite, it's like that first time you seen Jay White and the Young Bucks backstage, it was like, oh shit, what's about to happen? And then you went away from it. And then it's like, oh, okay, Jay White might be a free agent. WWE's possibly gonna bring him in at the Rumble. AEW's gonna probably bring him in. Oh shit, it's Jay White. And then it's like AEW got Jay White, and then it's like, we ain't really did much with him since. So to put Jay White and Juice Robinson, Bullet Club Gold in the ring and go up against 39-star FTR, top guys in, top guys out. Hey, I'm ready. Let's go. I'm more so ready to see what Jay White do. Juicy, whatever. FTR, hell yeah. But Jay White, that's who I got my eye on right now.
My response to that about them not doing anything with Jay White, you
Yeah.
have to also take into consideration, man. They already got things in place.
Yes.
You got to think about it like the tag team belts is already in the storyline.
Yeah.
Trios Championship was already kind of doing their thing. Orange Cassidy was already in the midst of doing his thing, which I think is leading to him and Isaiah Swerve Strickland,
Right, right,
which
right.
we're going to get next week. The TNT Championship was occupied, so it's not like you were going to bring him in and have him do that. And then, of course, the AEW Championship is occupied with MJF. He's not coming in to fight MJF. So, really, if you if you're willing to sit back and take a look at it, there really wasn't much for him to come in and just instantly do. I mean,
Right,
and
right, right.
you have to also understand that there's other people who've been putting in the work and deserve whatever it is that TK got
True.
planned for them. So
Very true.
I think a lot of people are, we're fickle. Fans are fickle. Especially nowadays. It's not just in wrestling
What Brian
and
Danielson say?
movies.
Fickle.
Yeah, you got fickle ass fans nowadays,
Yeah.
man. So people are like, "Oh my God, he's in there. He should be the star. He should be instantly at the top." Well,
Right, right,
no,
right.
TK's got his thing going. The Elite right now, they've got a thing going on with the BCC. So obviously, you're not finna throw in the Jay White thing. And plus, we've seen when TK's tried to take someone and put them in two different rivalries with people, that doesn't
Yeah,
necessarily work out. So
yeah.
I'm looking at the things that, well, for me, as
Right.
someone who's watched AEW since the beginning, I'm
Mm-hmm.
looking at the things that they tried and saw that failed, and then are doing away from and doing different things. So
Right, right, right.
I understand that maybe Jay White's arrival wasn't at the pinnacle of what people wanted to be, but he's there, he's doing something, and he's been on TV every week. So it ain't like he's been there and we ain't seen him.
Right,
Now
right, right.
that'd be a different thing because that has been a thing where we've seen people
Yeah.
come in and then we don't see them for a minute.
It's like,
No,
where the
we've
hell
been
they at?
seeing them. He's been coming out. He's been interfering. He's been, him and Juicy and Ricky Starks, they've been going back and forth. All
Right.
right, so now that you've kind of ended one story with some people, now you can put them into something a little bit more important. So now you got him and Juice going up against FTR, and that can never really be wrong. But yet still having a thing with Ricky Starks. So you somehow, some way, that's gonna unfold.
What did you call him? Juicy head.
Man, the juice is loose.
The juice is loose. We ain't talking OJ.
Hell no, man. But yeah, but it'd be interesting to see what comes out of that, man. But
No.
let's move on to this next important thing here, man. Because
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
TK, my guy, man, him and his announcements, man.
Come on.
Let me just say this, man. Was
Yep.
we really surprised CM Punk was coming back?
Nope.
I mean, dude, you could have put it. You could have debuted the show anywhere else if you really wanted to. You chose Chicago for a reason.
Right.
And then after you chose Chicago for a reason, you wait another week to tell us CM Punk's coming back. Like, bro, come on, we all knew that when you said Chicago. Like, bro, you should have said it's gonna come back in Chicago and CM Punk will return at this. It's like you could have just said it all in one thing. It could have just been a big thing, but it is what it is. TK and his announcements, boy, he builds you up just to.
Bruh. So my thing is this. I don't know if you. So what you saying it? The crowd reaction. The crowd. It's funny. It is funny how split the crowd was, and I seen a live video on Twitter that I reposted, and somebody was actually in the crowd. They took the video, and the crowd was really. It was split, but it was more like 60-40. And but it was 60-40 boos. I'm like, bro, okay, I'm so confused. And this is going back to that word fickle. This is what goes back to that word fickle. Now, I like this for the character of CM Punk, because CM Punk gonna come back and he really not about to give a fuck. So for me, I love that. But it's like, bruh, y'all bitched and complained. Y'all booed the Elite, bro. Look at this. You booed the Elite and Kenny Omega when they came back because CM Punk was the one that didn't return and got let go. Now, all of a sudden, y'all just forget y'all said fuck the Elite when they came back, and now y'all want to sit up here and boo CM Punk. Like, bro, which one was it? Because y'all was just sucking balls a couple of weeks ago when he got into it, and they said he was going to probably not come back because of Ace Steel. So do y'all want the man back or not? Like, bro.
They do, man. I think you just have some people man, who are not all about CM Punk. Some people really don't want him there. Some people don't really want CM Punk in AEW, and you have some people that are still want him there. But it could play up to just what happened. People have taken sides once whatever has come out about the backstage incident that took place or whatever.
The malice at the palace.
So some people have felt. Some people have felt a certain way once, whatever, all the information that came out. And like I said, people started taking sides. And, other people giving their opinion has swayed the public. So I can understand that 60-40, perception of, people cheering and booing. I'm not mad at it because I'm hoping he comes back and he comes back as a heel. In a way, I kind of want him to be a heel, but he may not. But we'll see. It'll just be interesting to hear what he's going to say. You know what I'm saying? Like, what is he going to come out and say? And how is it going to be impactful and different from him just returning? Any other time, the other two times that he's been back in AEW. But we'll wait till June 17th to figure that out. Then of course, man, next up, man, we got a 3-way match, something we don't really get a lot of. We got that boy Trent Beretta going up against Big Bill and Swerve Strickland, and I gotta say, man, I actually enjoyed the match. It was a pretty good, back and forth match. That 3-way style, as elusive as it can be sometimes. But it was a really good 3-way match. Strickland came out with the victory. What did you think of the match, man?
I like the match a lot. I thought the match was cool. Big Bill looked really good. Like, to me, Big Bill was the most impressive looking in this match. We
Yeah,
already know what Trent can
yeah,
do. I already know what Swerve can do. But Big Bill, man, it's been nice to see him out of the shadow of Stokely Hathaway and Ethan Page and all them. Like to see him kind of on his own, really doing his 1-2. He's always kind of been tied to other people. I mean, even the Impact for a little bit, he did his own thing. But to see him in AEW, I'm like, all right, bro. Like if this is the type of match, the caliber of match I'm going to get out of Big Bill, okay, you got the look. Let's work on the promos a little bit. But if this is what I'm getting, I'm looking at a future champion. May not be AEW champion, could be All Atlantic, whatever they call it, or it might be an AEW champion. But
could be TNT. I mean,
or
there's plenty
TNT,
of
yeah,
championships for him to
yeah.
win right now. So there's options. There's definitely options.
But I was thoroughly impressed, and I must say, we talked about this before we went on air. You said it, the Mogul Embassy. They came back, they showed up, and goddamn, bro, I am not gonna lie to you. I'm loving this rebrand for Swerve. Like to see him and
Yeah,
Brian Cage in the Gates of Agony, and I can't think Prince Nana. Like, bro, when he come out, while they kind of like on the side of him, bro, that just looked like straight boss vibes. Like I'm
yeah,
loving it. I'm loving, and Brian Cage is actually doing like he's doing a little bit of something. So yeah, I love it. I love it.
yeah. No doubt. No. They seem to really gel well together. Um, and obviously they know each other. So hey, we'll
Yeah,
see where it becomes. Uh, but moving on from that, man, then we got the promo, or better yet, the video of Statlander returning and beating Jay Cargill for the
yes, sir.
TBS Championship, and then of course we
Yes,
got the
sir.
Acclaim and Billy Gunn coming out and basically saying, man, that they want to win gold for the badass one more time. The
One
badass
more.
for
Yes,
30
sir.
plus years in the business. They say that man deserves to hold some gold one last time. So that's what their mission is. Then of course, man, Don Callis and then Takesha comes out and they talking.
Whew.
I mean,
Whew.
bro, it got
Whew.
spicy, and
Whew.
I'm talking about A Fu Young spicy,
Whew.
or Hibachi, nah, yeah, because he's Japanese. Yeah, yeah, I'm sorry, that was wrong nationality. He's Japanese. Uh, but God, dude, it just give me your thoughts, man.
Bro, bro, that crowd. Like I said, the crowd. Hey, the crowd. First of all, I don't know where we're at. I don't know if we're still in Vegas. I don't know where the hell we at tonight. Where do you know where
No,
we at?
they were in San Diego or something
We
like
in
that.
Cali?
Yeah, they were going there. They weren't in Vegas.
They need to stay in Cali because let me tell you, when it comes to AEW,
They were somewhere
Jack,
near Tijuana or something like that. They were somewhere, but they were somewhere.
they are because I remember they said something about they were near the border because of the
Right,
whole
right, 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 right.
Ray Phoenix and them. Okay, wherever the hell they are at, they need to stay there. California, New York, Jacksonville, like that's where they get their shit. This crowd has been on
That's
fire.
wrestling cities, but
That's true.
that's those independent wrestling cities. That's those
Yeah,
places where you know what I'm saying. A lot of they get those smaller venues. So when they get a place like
yeah,
an AEW that comes through, they show up and show
yeah,
out. Cause man, this is their shit. This is why they were showing out for that trios that 6 man match that we got at the
oh yeah,
beginning. Like
yeah,
they like
yeah.
even though yeah they were there there was representation from there, but still you can tell man that's a wrestling like that's wrestling people right there that showed up and showed out today.
Yeah, because my thing is, bruh, like I said, when Don Callis came out, somebody commented on one of our videos. They say, bruh, he did Dominic Mysterio AEW. And when I heard that
Right.
crowd, I'm like, bro, he couldn't get a word out. Like that crowd was hot. And normally, like, it's kind of like, okay, the crowd to be hot like that. And then they'll fade up and shut up after about 2 or 3 minutes and kind of let them say, bruh, they didn't give a damn what Callis had to say. And I loved it. I loved it. And then when I seen the live crowd video on Twitter, I'm like, oh wow, like they really booing the hell out of this man. Like this ain't no piped in WWE shit. Like this is real life. Hey yo, shut up. To Takeshita. Oh yeah, you screw you, bro. So I was like, okay, yeah. Let's see what they do. Let's see. I'm
And that's
ready.
the type of heat you need to get, and
Yeah,
that's the exact type of heat that you need.
yeah,
So I definitely great work there, man. They ate it up. Great spot, great timing for that. Of course, Warlow, man, he opens out an open challenge to Luchasaurus for his
yes, sir.
TNT Championship. Then of course we get the Gates of Agony. I said, man, I don't see these guys. I only see
Yeah.
Brian Cage. Where's the Gates of Agony? They don't show up. Apparently TK really watches the GOW and
Yes,
he
sir.
listens to me, man. And here come the Gates of Agony going up against Orange Cassidy and Darby Allin. And a nice little battle back and forth, man. That these two. I didn't think Orange Cassidy was wrestling tonight. I thought he was taking the night off, but nope. Here
Nope.
he comes, shows up doing all the damn shit he shouldn't be doing. But him and Darby Allin, which isn't a bad tag team,
No.
they get the victory, and then of course Sting returns, man. To even up the odds. Then of course we get MJF talking trash at the end of the pay per view, as we always do, as he does. Those special interviews he does after the pay per view goes off. Then of course, man, we got Hook coming out, and then of course he gets beat up, and then Jungle Boy comes out, so we gonna Jungle Hook is looking like it's
Jungle
gonna be
Hook.
a thing again. Then of course, man, we hear from Tony Storm and the Outcast, and they're
Yes,
talking
sir.
their trash. And then of course, man, we get to see the new TBS champion.
Mm-hmm.
Woo-wee, man, the resident alien that
Mm-hmm.
came back from Thicksville, and she is ready to go, going up against Nyla Rose for that TBS championship. She didn't look bad. You could tell she still a little rough, still a little, maybe antsy, just returning, antsy to get back and do your thing. But
Right, right, right.
it's there. We know it's there. I'm not mad about it, bro. What you think of the match?
Not, bruh. Again, like I was super happy to see her come in and do her thing. Bro, Chris Statlander. First of all, it was good. Boop. It was great to see Nyla Rose. First of all, like I'm not even
Right.
gonna like gloss past that and try to act like no, 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 no. It was great to see Nyla Rose come back. I was super
Yeah,
happy because I've been
it
saying this for a
definitely
while.
was.
I've been advocating for Nyla Rose for a minute. So to see her come back on TV, and then of course TK being the historian that he is, Nyla Rose's first defense was against Chris Statlander. So I thought that was cool, man, when she was champ. So you got that, and then you got Chris Statlander coming back, like you said, look at Diggalicious, doing what she do, boop, and put on a good match, So I'm excited. Hopefully, we get to see more Nyla Rose. Miranda Shaffir, I know she isn't the most loved amongst the AEW wrestling universe. I know I've been critical of Miranda Shaffir as well, but to me, I feel like the women's division is at an all-time high AEW. I feel like the more talent, the better. Hopefully, she's back there getting, she's training and she's working on her craft. Let's throw her in there, man. Let's add to this. I want Chris Statlander, Jay Cargill, say what you want. Jay set a precedent because that was 61 matches. That was 61 different opportunities people had to go up against her and to be showcased. Whether they won, whether they lost. Now, it might not have been 61 different people, but it was 61 opportunities. Chris Statlander.
Yeah, because there's still a handful of people I thought she could have fought, but it would have been cool, but they didn't do it.
And like with Chris Statlander, do I think she's going to get 61 title defenses? Maybe not. But we know what she can do in the ring. We already know. When it comes to in-ring, she got it. All that. So I want to see her go and face new people. The people that Jay maybe didn't get a chance to touch in the ring. I want to see Chris Statlander get at them first.
Oh yeah, well no, I think because she's a little bit more, she's a little bit better in the ring as far as just and what she does.
Yeah,
that not to say that she's a little bit more seasoned than Jay. All right,
absolutely.
I think that's the best way for me to say that she's a little bit more seasoned than her in the ring. But I'm not rushing for her to have a lot of matches. Take your time, get your footing back in. This business is gonna grind you down. So and we know it's gonna grind you down, and you're gonna go out there and you're gonna try to put on the best put the best effort forward. And regardless of how you're feeling, you're gonna want to come out and show out. And sometimes that's when things go wrong. So we don't want that for you. We want you're back. We love that you're back, and we want to see you, take your time, and we want to enjoy this TBS championship run because we all thought, and we all said it, even us, the folks, the people, everybody felt it. It's like, man, if there was going to be somebody, it's like, man, I think Chris Statlander would be that chick because they were priming for it, and it looked like it was getting ready to happen, and then she got injured. It was like, damn, they got to scramble. And Jay ended up getting another 30-something victories. And that's really what it was. She ended up getting another 30-something victories because Stat got hurt. And they were still no one else that TK felt was ready to take her off and be honest, outside of maybe a Nyla Rose,
Right,
or
right, right.
maybe if it was a Sheeta, like if a Sheeta fought her, I would have felt a
Hmm.
little bit better. That would have been different. But Sheeta didn't fight her.
Yeah.
It would have been nice to have like a former AEW Women's Champion under that belt. But Nyla Rose fits that. But still, Riho fits that. They were those things. But it would have been nice to get one of those people. But it is what it is. Stat looked good. We're glad to see her. And then, of course, man, to finish off the night, man, we got that mixed tag match: Britt Baker, Adam Cole,
Yes,
Saraya,
sir. Yes,
Chris
sir. Yes,
Jericho.
sir.
It was the shenanigans of all shenanigans. Folks came out. Folks got beat up. Folks got sent to the back. Uh, Super kick party what happened to Chris Jericho. Of course, Adam Cole got the back to back pins
You
on Chris
know this.
Jericho. I'm
Yes,
like,
sir.
wow, all right, back to back pins. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
As
What
him
that,
and
what that
Britt
boy
Baker
Drake say? Back to back. Yeah.
back to back, man, as they
Yes,
picked up
sir.
the victory to end the show. Bro, man, next week, man, is championship Friday. Well, I'm saying not next week, but Friday. It's
Hmm.
a lot of championships. TK's got a lot of ROH and New Japan championships coming over and
Yeah.
defending their championships on Friday night. Then, of course,
Hmm.
man, we got that boy Ricky Starks going up against Jay White next week. And then, of course, it was announced, man, we got
Yes,
our boy
sir.
Orange Cassidy. That
Yes,
man has
sir.
been on a tear as the
Yes, sir.
AEW International Champion. But
Come
that
on.
boy's going up against the one and only Swerve Strickland. And
Swerve.
man, oh man, I got a feeling. I got a strong feeling. That boy Swerve, man, he about to swerve the world, man. He about to swerve the world.
Woo! Swerve
He
about to
about to
swear the
swerve.
world.
He
He about
about
to
to
swear the
swerve the
world.
world,
He about to
man.
swear the world.
I'm not mad at it because at this point it's like, man, how much longer can Cassidy survive
Yeah.
and retain this championship? Like honestly, I thought he was gonna lose at the
Hmm.
pay per view. I didn't want to pick against him, but I
Yeah.
thought he was gonna lose. I'm like, it makes sense. And plus he had just won Wednesday prior to the pay per view.
Right, right, right.
But that didn't happen, man. But any thoughts on that or anything before we get out of here?
Nah, man. Like I say, overall, man, this has been a great, 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 great
Definitely
episode
give
of
it a
AEW
3.5. I give
Dynamite.
it a 3.5. It wasn't a bad show.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. This is one I was thoroughly engaged from start to finish, bell to bell. Pinfall to pinfall. And I felt like everything made sense. Every story made sense. Again, I got a chance to see people I ain't seen in a while. I got to get to see my girl Chris Statlander on TV. I got to see
Right.
Nyla Rose on TV. I got to see my boy Trent Beretta on TV. I got to see the Embassy, bro. I got to see the Lucha
Big
Bros. I
Bill
got to
had a
see
nice match in a
Bandito.
three-way.
Big Bill, yeah, my girl Dr. Britt Baker, D.M.D. Bruh, I have no complaints. I'm ready. Now we got Wednesday out the way. Now we just got to mosey on the Friday, man, to get that Friday night Rampage and that Friday night SmackDown together. And then in about 2 weeks, we're gonna see what Collision hitting for. But other than
Man,
that, man, look, I'm chilling.
Collision. But bro, actually, when the collision happens, we're also getting Forbidden Door
Oh shit. The next day?
the next day,
Golly. Oh
and
my
then we're getting Monday Night Raw that Monday.
bruh. Our wives gonna leave us. Oh, this is too bruh, this is too much wrestling too consistently. Oh, Lord Jesus.
Look,
Somebody
man. Look, when this
thank
thing
you.
started, man, we didn't know
Uh,
we was gonna get this much. We didn't,
bruh,
we were all used to the casualness of WWE. But
God,
man, yeah, 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 yeah. It's going down
man.
like that, man. It's going down like that, bro.
I mean, I guess it's a good problem to have, but sheesh.
Man,
I
yeah,
got
it is.
kids.
Hey, that's all right. Hey, them kids gonna be okay. It's the
Oh.
summertime.
Hey, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Man, but nah, man. That's the show.
Yes, sir.
Like I said, not a bad, after show. It's definitely setting. TK. Once the pay per view has gone by, it's time to start. Planting the seeds for what's coming next. And
Yeah.
he's already started that with a few storylines. MJF talked his talk. We saw Darby Allin come out, and him and Orange Cassidy tried to do something different, and Jungle Boy's now coming out. So everybody's moving on, but yet they're
Oh,
not moving
Sting
too far.
return.
Right. So people are moving on, but they're not moving too far. It's just okay. We got our opportunity. Now it's time for someone else to get the opportunity. You're not, and that's the kind of one thing I like. They're not
Yeah,
lingering on
yeah,
a rivalry too long. It's like because they don't do pay-per-views as much, so the
right,
rivalry's already got at least about a good month or two in of
right,
storyline, regardless of if everything is great or not. That's just wrestling. Every week ain't gonna be great, but
right.
um, by the time you get to the end of it, you didn't had about a good month and a half, 2 months of storyline. It's like, all right, you're ready for the finale of it, and we got the finale. Now it's time to move on, and then now it's time to see who else is going to go after MJF for that
Yeah,
championship. And I got a pretty good idea now that we got an idea of who's coming back on June 17th on Collision in Chicago. So we'll see where that goes moving forward. But right now, man, we're gonna focus on Friday night, man. We haven't done a Friday night SmackDown and Rampage pay-per-view in about a month, man. Like I mean,
yeah,
block party like together
yeah. It's
in
been.
about a month, man. It's been a while. I mean, the NBA playoffs have kind of helped to that. They contribute to that
Yeah,
big time because with the playoffs being on TNT, both the hockey and basketball, Rampage was coming on a lot of times early, and we weren't able to record. But
right, right,
uh,
right.
this will definitely be the first one in about a month's time that we've done both shows. Uh,
Absolutely.
Tomorrow we're gonna do a shooting from the hip. My internet, AT&T has been on some BS, and they've been on the attack, and they've been messing with my cable wires and my internet, and I've been having issues for the last couple of days. That's why we didn't do the Monday Night Raw. Everything was fine when we did the NXT Underground, show, but
Yeah,
after
yeah,
that,
yeah.
everything just kind of went sideways. So
He said everything went kaput.
right, so we didn't do the Raw, but there's definitely some things that happened on that Raw I want to talk about,
Right, right,
and then
right.
some things that's kind of happened as the days, all the way leading up to today. So yeah, we're gonna shoot with the hit. We're gonna shoot from the hit with the people tomorrow. A little early in the day. Get that out the way. But other than that, man, yeah,
Yes,
tomorrow,
sir.
Friday, and then after that, man, we taking some days off because we
Woo!
think we've talked to y'all long enough.
Yes, yes, yes.
Man, sure. I really think we have, man. I think we really talked to y'all long enough. But
My vocal cords need a respite, boss.
man, yeah, like you say, man, our wives gonna leave us because they say this Western life is too consuming. But
My God.
other than that, man, we appreciate y'all, man. We appreciate doing this.
Yes, sir.
This
Yes,
was
sir.
this
Yes,
was always
sir.
a fun and a blast to do. Like I say, a pretty good show. Friday night, man. The tribal chief. Oh man, he gonna want some answers. He gonna
Woo!
want some
Oh,
answers.
that's about to be
Uh,
good.
he
That's
wants
about
some
to be good.
answers, man. Oh, the tribal chief is gonna want some answers, and so do we. And then we're gonna have to see what happens on Championship Rampage.
Yeah.
But other than that, my guy, my bro, as always, it's been a pleasure. Uh, but go ahead, man, send us on out, man, so we can enjoy the rest of the night.
Man, you already know. You already know. You know. All right. So look. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, thank you once again for listening to another episode of the podcast. As always, is yours truly, the 29-year-old piece of gold, the people choice, the boys that get them moist. And with me, as always, I can't do this without you, my brother. He is, of course, EC's Wrestling Isaac Hayes, man, the king of the GLW, a man amongst men, a man of the people. And with that being said, man, until next time, ladies, gentlemen, boys, and girls, we'll see y'all when we see you. Peace.